Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. In this video I'm going to show you how to organize a resource list in Lula Build. So as you can see, I've got my project workbench open and I'm in the resources scene where I've got a few resources created in this project. But typically in a real world project you might have a few hundred if not a few thousand resources. So it's quite important that you must be able to organize this resource list effectively to quickly find the resources that you're looking for. Right, so Lula Build provides tooling to assist you with this. The easiest option to just find something in your resource list is to make use of the filter action tab, where you can just simply search for the resource that you're looking for. So if I'm trying to find my whacker, for example, I simply type in whacker and that automatically searches and filters out only my whacker. Okay, the second way which you can use to search for resources is by making use of tags. So in Lula Build, you can create your own tags, which are essentially just labels that you can stick on any data element. And you can then search and filter according to those tags. Okay, so I'm just going to switch over to my tag scene, which is currently empty. And to add a tag, I can simply click plus add. And that creates a new tag. And to update the name of the tag, I can simply double click on the row and create a new name. So let's say I want to create a tag for all of my hired plants. Simply type hired plant, and I can then take this tag and assign it to all of the plant in my project that is hired, and then I can easily search for all of my hired plant if I do want to view all of those resources. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the resources, and let's say that the whacker is a hired plant item, so I'm going to double click on that, open up the tags section of the resource editor and simply switch on the hired plant tag to apply it to this resource. You can also apply multiple tags to a specific item. So if you had more than one tag, you could have simply switched on all of the applicable checkboxes. Right. You've also got the option to apply tags via the kebab menu by selecting the apply tags menu item. All right. Then the last way to organize resources is to make use of resource attributes. So resource attributes provide a way of grouping similar resources together, not only for searching and filtering purposes, but also for reporting purposes. So you can create your own resource attribute classes, and within those classes you can create resource attributes which you can then assign to your resources. So Lula Build comes pre-populated with one resource attribute class called the resource type. And the resource type represents all of your larger categories of resources in a project. So typical resource types might be material, labor, fuel, plant, etc. So I'm going to open up my resource type attribute class by double clicking on it. And as you can see, it's pre-populated with only one attribute called the undefined attribute. And I'm just going to add a few more attributes by making use of the plus add button at the bottom. Okay, resource types have codes and names, both of which need to be unique within this resource attribute class. So let's say we've got fuel, labor, plant, labor, plant, and let's create one more for our material. So that is material. Alright, so now I've set up a few resource types and I can actually now go and assign these attributes to my resources. So for diesel, if I open that up, I can go to attributes and I can assign fuel as that resource type of that resource. General labor and carpenter both fall under labor, so I can select both of them and use the kebab menu to apply the resource attribute. And I can assign labor to both of those items. Building sand is a material. I'm going to assign the material attribute. And the whacker is a plant item, so I'm going to assign the resource type plant. Done. Alright, so as mentioned, these resource types can be used for reporting if you want to report on the total material usage in your project or the total labor cost and so forth. But they can also be used for filtering. So if I open up my filter tab and I go to resource attributes, I can now quickly filter out all of my labor in this project. Alright, so that's very useful in a large resource list to quickly find all of the different categories of resources that you're interested in. All right, so thanks for watching and join us again next time.